Oh, welcome back, you bunch of weirdos, to the Manchester United career mode. And guys, thank you. Thank you so freaking much. You guys are absolutely blowing my mind because this career mode has become one of the most successful series I've ever done on YouTube. And I don't know what else to say, but thank you guys. And thank you for your continued support. You guys make it worth it. To see you guys enjoying this, it makes it all worth it, man. It's a lot of hard work doing YouTube, but you guys are fucking amazing. But enough of kissing off them butts. Let's get into it, guys. We have got to bring in some transfers, rumors. Here we go. We're going in for Andy Najar right here. Not the toppest endest player, but we need depth. We bowed out of the FA Cup because we didn't have the right amount of depth into this team. But this guy is a guy that we're talking about, Paulie Pogba. We already know, had a very famous falling out at Manchester United, but with Pep Guardiola in there, maybe we change his tune and we do a little bit of schmoozing here. We going for the other Pogba brother. We're going in for Florentine Pogba, who, once again, like Najar, not the highest rated player, but he can come in cheap and he can do a job and he'll sit on the bench and come in when we need him. Plus, when it comes time to maybe try to seduce Pogba, try to get him back at Old Trafford, you're like, hey man, you know Sir Alex Ferguson isn't here anymore. We really always believed in you and your bro's here. Come be with your bro. Play with your bro. You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing a fallacy. A lot of you guys have also recommended William Carvajal. Unfortunately, I think he's being a little bit too expensive, in this window, but I'll look at him in future transfer windows. A lot of you guys gave a lot of suggestions. People said Bale and whatnot. I think this is kind of just more of a little bit of a taste. I don't think we're going to bring in Bale, and I don't think we're going to bring in Carvajal in this window, and I don't think we're going to bring in Paul Pogba in this window as well. But a little bit of a taste of the future, of things to come while Pep Guardiola is in charge of this Manchester United career. And have no fear, we're going to bring in some big names in this episode. So get hype if you do feel that hype. Smash that like button right now if you want to see the likes. I'm going to say it right now. We're chasing rumoured Lukaku in this episode. And maybe a cheeky little Felipe Anderson. We will see. Actually, you can save your hype if you can save that like. If I actually do sign them in this episode, you can give it. If not, then, hit the dislike button. Whatever, man. I don't care. I do this for funsies. As we go in, could Rudy score for funsies? But unfortunately, he's a little bit older now. He doesn't really have that acceleration to burst past defenders. But Lukey Shaw's got that pace for days. Laying it off the Otters right on top of the box. Woo! Play. Beautiful. Poga bonita. And I was like, man, even PSN knows that I'm playing tiki-taka. Look at that. Play beautiful. I had to go ahead and look it up. Look at that. Ultra rare. We got 10 consecutive passes in the oppositional third of the pitch. So you're only seeing, let's see, that's one. Let's see, that's two. So you didn't see the previous 8 because it'd be a long ass clip. Let's be honest. But what an absolute thundercunt from Mr. Ander Correa. That is why he's on team. That is why I've declined all future offers. He is staying with Manchester United as long as Pep Guardiola is manager. The only thing I don't like about Ander, I'm sorry if I call them Anders again, but the only thing that I don't like about him, stamina. A little bit of an issue, but a man who's graceful. Look at this beautiful play. Payet to Lanzini to Zarate. And we are hit on the far post. Remember, a lot of our first team center backs are not doing all so hot right now, and I do not know. Let's see who gives it away right there. Rojo out of position. Should have done better. Who? But an amazing cross from Lanzini, and of course Payet. If you give him time on the ball, he's going to absolutely, pass you to death. He's going to find that and slice the pass, and that is what he did right there. But now Messi cutting out the ball. And how do you stop that, ref? How do you stop it? I'm right on a counterattack and you blow the whistle. You kidding me, ref? And now look at this. On the ball, fires it off of the post, and Smalling just enough to get it away. And look at this terrible passing out of the back. Lanzini once again pounces on it, laying it off. And we are lucky that Zarate didn't have his finishing boots on that one. We're going to have to bring on Andres Pereira, as well as Schneiderlin, who lays it over the top to Lionel Messi, who hits it into the middle to Martial. What is he going to do with these? He's going to go ahead, find the patient pass to Rooney. Ooh, why did he not go with his... If he would have hit that with his right foot, it would have been Dunzos. And now Rooney got a little bit of the dribble, do fake shots inside, gets it, taken away by Fellaini. Oh, how did I not notice the big old Afro man? And it is parried out. 92nd minutes. I'm bringing in a substitution, Dele Alli, because Wayne Rooney was absolutely poopsies. Remember, we only had two basic days since the last game, so yeah, super tired. But look at this, almost, I'm gonna say it right here, that's a little bit of my hometown Golden State Warriors type of play right there. That's like a sweet ass inbound pass that you draw up on that clipboard. Look at that, just throw in, get it inside, and then the wraparound screen from Anthony Martial and the little give and go. Woo, turning Steph Curry, turning provider. Lionel Messi is obviously our Steph Curry, but Martial, he could be our Klay Thompson, absolute bang. Still had a lot of work to do, but Vanessa crossed the goalkeeper, and we find a way to win in the last second once again. Classic scenes at Manchester United. Another last gas. Well, I guess in the last episode, Messi had a last gas equalizer, but that's what I want to see in these boys. A lot of grit and the ability to go ahead and win games in the, right in the death of it. But let's get into it, boys. Now we're getting a transfer offer for Chris Smalling. And I love Chris Smalling. I think he's been a little bit shaky recently, but the first half of the season, I think you're hard-pressed to find a better defender in the Premiership, and that's hard to find. A lot of great center backs come in, Otamendi, Malanga, who are great in their own leagues, but when they come in here, they're not quite, they can't quite mesh, so I don't want to mess with that. I'm basically putting like a ridiculous offer for him. If they want him, they have to pay like something like 50 million. We're going in for Felipe Anderson, who is a lot cheaper than I expected. He's only worth about 11. But here it is, boys. Here it is, and I debated this. I actually sat here for quite a while. It looks really close because I just kind of sat on that screen and I thought for a while, do I want to bring in Lukaku right now, or could I go in for someone bigger, maybe like a Bale or maybe like a Mueller? But I thought that bringing in Lukaku, now we don't need the likes of bringing in certain players. We could bring him for relatively cheap since we are getting rid of Darmian, and he's such a beast. He's such a freaking beast, and we're linked to him in real life. I'd love to see how he would look in the Man United setup right there, and there he is. Strength, pace, dribbling, could be a little bit better. Agility could be a little bit better, but he's an absolute monster. He's in form. He's 6'3". He's got a 4-star weak foot. He can score with the best of them. He can bang it in, and he can lead the line. And we really needed a striker above everything else. We had a lot of deals in place, as you can see right here, for Sergio Roberto, but the guy that I'm going in for, we were going in for Barzali, but we're going in for Martin Caceres because, one, he's cheaper and he's faster than Barzali. He's not quite as high, but he's cheap. Remember, his worth is actually about double this, about 14 mil. So we can bring him in now and possibly move him on in the future. Now here, after I brought in Caceres, because we were having center back lows, plus Caceres can play the right back position, I basically had to stall out from a lot of these. I love Saul. I love people like Saul. I love people like Angel Correa, but I think we can wait off, a little bit later. They can develop a little bit and we can bring them in. This is why I brought in Caceres right here. 83 pace, 87 marking. If we go down, you can go ahead and check it out. He's got 87 in stand tackle as well as slide tackle. 71 shot power, which is good for a going ahead. He's going to be able to boot that out nice. The only thing is, not the tallest at 5'11", but offers us coverage at the right back position. His tackling, long throw, and injury prone trait, not the best, but he also has the early crosser trait. And he offers us flexibility at the right back position since we moved on Darmian. So, I like the flexibility of the kid. If he can make an impact, he'll stay. If not, we can move him on. We got him on cheap because he had an expiring contract. That is why I went for Caceres over Barzali, and I hope you guys are okay with that. I want to go ahead and bring in some more world-class center backs, but I think that's going to have to wait until summer. I thought that this was the best tactical moves, and that I wanted to get a whole bunch of good bargain deals done in January, which is kind of rare. Usually overpaying, but that's what we got to do. We need the depth if we want to compete in Champions League. We want to extend our run in. Oh, I guess the FA Cup is done, but Champions League, and I could give a shit less about Capital One Cup if I'm going to be honest, but now we're into this. As you can see, most of our second teamers in on this, and we're going to actually see a couple of those guys hopefully make a debut. Unfortunately, Lukaku does not make his debut. He will be in the next episode, lads, and look at this runaround tactic for the second time in this episode. We got that Steph Curry give and go with Klay Thompson finding the top of the box, and Dele Alli, who actually just had a smasher. Our arguably goal of the season so far in the Premier League, and I am happy. I am very, very happy that I got him in before the hype. What an absolute steal. We bought him for like 6 mil, like 6.5 million in this career mode. And he's, woo, what a shot indeed. A banger, left-footed shot, might I add. I think that's the second left-footed that he's actually scored for us. But now, could we put on the pressure? Lingard in right here. Beautiful 2 touches onto the ball. Gets past his defender, but a last-second gas from Taylor. And then there we go. What a save from the Swansea keeper. And that is how the first half would end. Some good chances in the first half of us. We were playing pretty well with our second team. Swansea not really threatening until the second half right here. As you can see, starting to get a little bit going on. Sigurdsson fires it at De Gea right here. John Joe still on this team. Fires once again and forcing a save from De Gea. And Gomes fires it inside, but Justy go ahead and parrying that away. Shepherding it to safety. And now we're going inside. Beautiful splitting the defense. That dummy run by the outside player right there, forcing the 2 center backs apart in that situation. I believe that was Leroy Sané, giving him a lot of that credit because of that dummy run that he goes ahead and pushes it. You can see it right here. Hopefully you can see it on the replay, but look at this. The give and go forces the center back a little bit wider than he should be. He had to take a split second to take account of that, and the big bad Bowser going ahead and finessing it into the right-hand corner. Too easy for him, and we're going to go ahead and reward him with a little bit of getting an early rest with Ben Pearson. I pride myself. I think I'm a pretty good Manchester United fan. I have no clue who Ben Pearson is, but that is how raw. We gave up a lot to get Messi, all right? We gave up a lot to get Messi. Hold on one second. As Gomes scores from a ridiculous angle, how did he generate this much power? How in the freaking hell did he generate this much? What? What? He's sliding away from goal, and that thing absolutely pings into the back of the net, beating David De Gea near post. My brain hurts. My brain. Oh my god. But there we go. Hey, Pearson got a touch on the ball. At least in the 92nd minute. Could we shepherd this out? And that's what I'm saying. If we're playing people that I don't even know, Tyler Black is also into this game. We're playing the likes of this in the Premiership. That means we gave up way too much. We gave up, well, maybe not way too much. I don't think you can ever give up way too much to get Messi. But bringing in Messi has caused issues with depth on this team. And I want to build a team like Pep had at Barcelona, which basically you sub an all-star for an all-star. You bring in the likes of what he had at freaking Bayern, and that's why we're signing a superstar right here, future superstar, Felipe Anderson. I thought about it really hard, and I thought, Felipe Anderson, I don't even know if he can get into this first team, but that's great. We want to be able to, have competition at that left wing spot, at the striker spot. Will Anthony Martial be able to hold off? Will Anthony Martial be able to hold off Romelu Lukaku, or does Lukaku slot in right away? Will Memphis Depay be able to hold off Felipe Anderson? And if Lukaku goes in first, who do we play out on the left side? Because Lionel Messi is always getting in on the right. Or do we bring Felipe Anderson off of the bench late in games? These are amazing problems to have, obviously. But guys, now with that, we have one final issue. We don't really have too much coverage. We need maybe one more center mid spot and one more right back spot. And the issue was, after signing Caceres, Lukaku, and Felipe Anderson, who are 3 phenomenal signings in my opinion, we barely have any left. So what we had to do, we had to cancel all these offers to buy, and we're going to try to bring in a couple of these players in on 1-year and 2-year loans. Basically, we're banking down payments on these players. Renato Sanchez, who has been linked with us for a long time, I'd love to get him in. And, he could have gotten game time if I would have gotten him in. He'd been in there over Ben Pearson. I can't even remember his name. And I'd love to get in Gabriel Jesus, but, because who wouldn't want Jesus on their team? But, we'll see. We're going to go ahead and bring in a whole bunch of, we're going to give out a whole bunch of loan offers here. See if we can go ahead and bring them in. We're also going to be seeing if we can loan out some of our youngsters back out and see if we can get a couple more in the wages to go ahead and try to bring those in. But that is pretty much going to conclude this episode, guys. We got an offer for Wayne Rooney, but I was like 270 million or something crazy. Wayne Rooney's going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. But in the next episode, you will see Liverpool Yes, lads, a match that was very cagey in real life that we probably should have lost in real life, but we were able to eke out the win. Hopefully we can play with a little bit more style, a little bit more grit than this LVG drudge that we've been seeing. But if you guys did enjoy, go ahead and smash that like button if you are hyped for bringing in Felipe Anderson and rumoured Lukaku to the Manchester United career mode. I'm excited, as both of them will probably be making their debut up against Liverpool. Wow, Jurgen Klopp, you're probably shaking in your boots right now. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. My name's B-. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, be weird.